Hey folks, the Raw reunion happened. Was it any good though watching those legends come out? Find out on this week's episode. Hey folks, welcome to the Smack Drop Podcast. It's your hosts, Kyle and Rob Rude.
Yeah, buddy. Let's do this thing.
Welcome back to the OG Club. Not to be confused with the OC, but the OG right here. Kyle and Rob Rude knocking Raw out together without that Benji fella, whoever he is.
Benji. He don't want to hang out with us no more. He just don't want to tell us.
He'd rather do like stand-up comedy and probably bomb on stage. Anyways.
I got him.
Hey, yes, we are your one-stop shop for your WWE main card recaps, reviews, your pay-per-view predictions. You know the stuff by now, folks. But if you're new, we go over Raw, SmackDown, NXT, 205 Live. We cover the pay-per-views. We do takeovers, and every now and then we might do a special occasion like New Japan or AEW. But this week, if you didn't hear in the intro, we are covering the Raw reunion. Rob, this should be right up your alley, man.
Oh, God, I enjoyed it so much. I enjoyed every second of this week's Monday Night Raw. Every second.
Yeah, I knew you were grinning ear to ear. It's definitely a polarizing episode, and me, of course, I'm always stuck on the fence. I see arguments for both good and bad, but there were definitely, hands down, some good stuff in here. Even if you were trying to be overcritical, I won't lie on that. There was some stuff where I'm like, dude, you got to be dead inside to not be tickled by this moment, you know? But before we dive into it, we got to let you know where you can find us. If you are listening to us on, let's say, Podbean or Spotify, we can also be found on YouTube. In fact, do us a favor. Head over to YouTube. Type in that search bar, Smack Raw Podcast. It's 3 words. And go ahead and give us a like and a subscribe. Be a part of our epic journey to 100 subscribers to get the custom URL. God dang it, I want that URL, Rob.
Oh, yeah, I want it. I want to tweet it and be like, click it.
Yes, I want that custom URL. Last I checked, we are almost at 30 subscribers. A very modest,
Really? Nice.
but grateful for 30 subscribers.
I'm not even gonna lie, bro. Since you took over production, I don't even pay attention anymore.
Man,
really
I'm
so if you listen to us, thanks to y'all. We really appreciate it. But since I don't produce no more, I don't care no more. If y'all listen, yes. If not, you're missing out.
I am hooked. Tuesday through Thursday, Friday. I make sure to separate myself from the show Saturday through Monday because of I get to see what you were going through, man, and it's a lot. It's a lot to get these episodes.
It really is.
Yeah, man. It
really is, man. It takes some time. It's not just recording and there's some time to it, man.
I know, man. I know. But also, hey, listen, you guys. You can find us on Twitter. We'd love for you guys to reach out to us there. We are still a very new podcast. We take criticism from everybody. We don't take it to heart, man. We just want to know how we can produce a better product for you guys. So make sure to hit us up on Twitter at SmackDrawPod. You can find myself personally. I am at The Kai Tai Show. And Rob is at 2 words, can't see me. That is 2 TWO and C, the letter C. Hit us up, man. You can criticize us, chat with us, whatever, dude. Rob's a Twitter addict. He'll talk your ear off on Twitter. That's for sure.
I Twitter hard, bros. I Twitter hard.
He Twitters hard. And then the last plug we got to get in here is we're doing that giveaway, folks. I got here oh my god, what did I do with it, Rob? My area's a mess. Hold on. Hey, where is it? Uh-oh. Oh, is that it? Yeah, there it is. All right. I got here the PACA 2019 Road to WrestleMania WWE Topps cards.
Check this out. I'm gonna take over on this one since this is the 3rd week you had to say this and we've got no
you go ahead, Rob.
on this.
Do your thing.
Okay, check this out. The first person to tag at Smacked Raw Pod and tell me who my favorite all-time wrestler is, you win the pack. There you go, right there. Oh, did I lose you?
No. Sorry.
Did I just stun you with that one?
Actually, you took over. I've been looking for a gap. I had to run and turn my fan down. I wasn't sure if it was picking up.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, right on. So, in case you didn't hear it, the first person to tag at SmackRawPod on Twitter and say who Rob Roode's all-time favorite wrestler is wins the pack. That's how we're gonna do this one.
Spoiler:
There's no
it's
activity
HBK.
on it. Oh, there you go. First person
Let's
to
make
tag
it easy on you
me
guys. Rob, you
wins the
better not
pack.
create a clone account just to win this shit. I swear to God, my friend. I know your address, okay? I swear, if this goes anywhere close to your house,
I bought a pack of Pokemon cards at Walmart a couple days ago, and walking out, I seen Raw cards, and I thought, oh, I kind of wish I would have bought those instead.
Now, one cool thing about the pack of cards is you do have a chance to win a 40th anniversary Intercontinental Championship autograph card. That might be in there, folks. Not a guarantee.
It might be,
but it might be. And if it is,
it could be.
I'm gonna kick myself because that's probably worth some money.
And I know a few things about trading cards having value, so it'll have some value, guys.
Yeah, man. All right, you guys. Enough of the self plugs and the letting you know who we are. Let's get into Raw reunion.
Heartbreak Kid.
Heartbreak Kid. Rob, we saw everybody, dude. We saw everyone from oh my God, from obviously the obvious ones, the John Cena and
I'm gonna get it out of the way though. I'm gonna get it out of the way. We did not see everyone. You know who we didn't see? We didn't see The Rock's Hollywood ass. What are you doing, man? What are you doing? Come on.
Rumor has it, man, he's gonna show up at the first episode of SmackDown when they go over to Fox.
I don't care. That's not the Raw reunion.
That's not the Raw reunion.
Get out of here. Like, Bret Hart was offered a spot, and he said no. Understandable. Yeah. Bret Hart's got everybody knows. Okay, I don't even got to get into it.
You know
The Rock, what are you doing? What are you doing? The Rock, all he's got to do is come out and just give a people's eyebrow and then go back to the back, and then that's it. Go back to your Hollywood. That's all you got to do, man.
If The Rock was there, he'd get a fucking 15-minute segment.
He would,
he'd get a
but he doesn't
sing-along.
have to. He doesn't have to. Just drop a damn people's eyebrow. I mean, hell, take an old clip of him dropping a people's eyebrow. And that's it. Boom. The Rock was part of the thing. Now, you can't have the Austin and not The Rock. How can you... It tickled me. It really did. It tickled me. I'm just...
You know who else didn't show was and was actually advertised was good old Sid Vicious, or what was Sid's WWF name? Because that's his WCW name. It was Psycho Sid. Yeah.
Psycho Sid.
Psycho Sid. And in classic Psycho Sid fashion, he no-showed. It's probably softball.
He's dead. You know that, right?
No, he ain't dead.
Sid's dead.
He ain't dead.
He is.
No, he ain't. Sid's alive and well. Sid's alive and well.
Okay, I'm going to the Googles. I swear to God that... Okay, hold on, I got to close my...
I'll
open a new page.
I'll go ahead and gloat for me. Y'all about to hear Rob.
Okay, you go ahead. You go ahead. I'm still listening.
Rob's going to go to Google. He's going to look up Psycho Sid. And then you know what? He'll briefly be
quick plug. 1997, Ultimate Warrior was supposed to have a match at the Attitude Adjustment Tour. It was a non-televised event, and I went, and he didn't show, so they had Psycho Sid squash Owen Hart in a 6-second match. Quick plug that nobody knows about.
Rob's going to hop on Google, folks, and he's like, oh, look at that. Oh, I guess he is alive. No, he's alive. He looks good, man.
Really?
Yeah, he does. He looks good.
I thought he passed away. I really did. I'm hitting. I hit go. Sid Udi, however the hell you say it. Really? Why did I thought? I thought he passed away. I really did.
That'd be terrible if they advertised a
but now that you mention it, yeah, they did have him on there, and I didn't even realize they had his crazy-looking face.
Yeah, man, Sid's always looked crazy. Yeah, man.
All right, carry on. I'm wrong. Okay.
I like to hear that.
Okay. So John Cena comes out, and he does his thing.
John Cena came out. I was hoping for Thugonomics, but we got a taste of that. John Cena came out, riled the crowd up. Only like John Cena can do. John Cena is probably the best person at working crowds. No matter what type of crowd he's in, man, he can work them all. But does just the generic John Cena thing, come out, get the crowd hyped, Raw reunion, let's party, let's go. Usos come out. This is where it got fun. Usos come out and they say that they want to see the Doctor of Thugonomics. John Cena's like, nah, I'm good. And
you skipped one thing. I'm sorry, I gotta plug it. The Usos came out and they did one of the best things currently in WWE. Whoa!
Yeah, they were pumping the brakes. They pumped those brakes about 16 times too.
I personally absolutely love it, so I had to plug it.
When they were
I sit on my couch and I'm like, whoa. I had to plug it out there. I had to say it.
When they were in the ring and they did it to John Cena, it was like a Kamehameha.
Like, Cena took it and bounced off the rope.
He sold the woe.
How are you gonna sell a woe?
Yeah. Usos baited him into a little bit of a rap battle. As John Cena was leaving, they gave him a little bit of a rhyme, but John Cena dropped a hell of a good line. It was something to the degree that they wanted to rap with him, but Cena wouldn't be bested. He said, "Hold up, y'all look like your mugshots. What was it like getting arrested?" Or something like that. It is. Cena's so good, man. He's so good.
So, those who don't know, I don't know if it was both of them or just one of them, Jimmy or Jay. One of them got arrested for drunk driving.
They both got arrested.
Was it both of them?
On different occasions.
Was it both drunk driving?
I believe so. Like,
so
one will.
Those who don't know, that was an actual plug. Yeah. I mean, that's all. It doesn't matter what it was for, but that was an actual plug. And I've seen criticism on Twitter over that. I personally say use it. I mean,
dude, the Usos dropped a line about Paige's like sex tape, okay, and Xavier Woods.
I mean,
this was mild, okay, like
right.
This was mild.
So
Everybody calm down.
I'll take it.
Yeah, man. No, it was good. It was good. Tickled me. It did kick off a match though. Usos against the Revival. Then the Legends got to come out. Devon Dudley came out for the Revival. Rikishi came out for the Usos. Apparently, word is that Rikishi was not medically cleared. He was supposed to deliver a move. He wasn't medically cleared to deliver a stink face. I was like, dude, what do you have? Like OBS? Like you got you eat some bad sushi before the show? Like
How you got medically cleared to deliver a stink face?
It's like, oh boy. Hey man, look, if there's anything you're not medically cleared. If you're not medically cleared to deliver the stink face, don't risk it. For the sake of the other guy, don't risk it, okay?
The only thing I can think is hemorrhoids. I mean...
Oh, God, no. Okay, this is a little much. We get... So we got some other segments. Forgive us if we miss a couple. But there was some of these, like, standing around in the backstage segments really didn't... So this is where I fucking have to be Debbie Downer. But the whole thing is, like... For one, why is Alicia Fox part of the Raw reunion? Like, I thought she's still employed. Like, I know she's been around forever, but it's like she's at a work reunion and she hasn't left work yet. Like, she was already there. But she was backstage. She had, I think, like the Caitlyn, Dana Brooke, Tori Wilson, which got no pop at all. And I mean, and then Santino Morello came out. Santino's the stuff. Yeah, that's boy. You probably missed his run, but Santino Morello was an awesome comedy worker, Rob. You would have loved his stuff.
That's to do with the one eyebrow, right?
Yeah, unibrows, got the Cobra.
I wasn't around, but I did see his stuff. I've seen some YouTube clips, and I've seen this and that. Like, I've seen him get so excited over getting tagged into a match, and he just went ham. I'm being excited. That's what I remember him for. So I wasn't there, but I know that he was comedy gold. Yeah, I do know what's up with him.
And he brushed up against I want to say either the Intercontinental or the World title, once or twice in like multi-man matches, where people actually thought he was gonna win. Man, it was pretty nuts. But yeah, it was nice to see them. And then Drew McIntyre takes the piss out of him. He comes back there. He's disgusted, doing the heel stuff. It is what it is. We get other segments. Now here comes like probably one of the best things of the whole night, and that was the 24/7 stuff. That you can't get mad at this, man. This was probably the most consistently enjoyable thing throughout the whole night, man. Was watching this title dance around. It started off with Truth getting. Recapping him visiting Comic-Con, but it ultimately, I want to say like Truth got rolled up during the interview, I believe.
Yes, because Maverick's wife came up talking shit.
Distracted him, that's right.
He was looking at Maverick's wife and he got rolled up.
Hey man, I would have been looking at her too.
I do every time.
You'd roll me up 10 out of 10 times, man. Her, jeez Louise. But yeah, Maverick gets the title. He runs off, and then it just chaos ensues over that belt all night, man, and it definitely harks back. We had the freaking the Stooges had it. Kelly became like the first female. I mean, we'll touch on it some more as the night went on, but Kelly was like the first female. How do you feel about that? The first female 24/7 champ by
I was down with that, man. Because like you said at the start of the show, this episode was right up my alley.
Yeah.
And for those who don't know, I'm an Attitude Era guy. I watched the Attitude Era, and then I stopped watching, and then now I'm back as of this January. Whatever. So I do want to plug that Gerald Briscoe and Pat Patterson held the 24/7 title.
Yeah.
And when Pat Patterson took it, my daughter said, "Daddy, who's that?" And I said, "One of the best hardcore champions to ever live."
Ever, man.
And it felt so amazing. So I do want to plug that out there. But as for Kelly winning, I do like it. I mean, give everybody a shot.
You don't mind the first female being
I don't mind at all, man. Yeah. I mean, how we had back in the day the hardcore title, which those who don't know, this is a reminiscent of the hardcore title.
Right.
One of Godfather's hoes took the hardcore title. That's one of the best things in wrestling history, in my opinion. No, so yes, let Kelly have her glory in the light. There is absolutely nothing wrong with that.
I saw
people... everybody had some fun with it.
Well, yeah, no, I think I saw people more or less trying to take the piss out of it that she was the first female. Not that she got it. Yeah, I mean, to me, it is whatever. The 24/7 title isn't meant to be prestigious or anything. It's
right
to deliver comedy in a fun time. It's
with anything wrestling.
Titus O'Neil is the first 24/7 champion, and no one's pissing and moaning about that right now.
Right. You're gonna with wrestling, you're gonna piss people off, and you're gonna make people happy at the same exact time. No matter what you do, you're screwed. So I mean, just roll.
Yeah. I mean, that's just wrestling in general.
Just do it.
But we'll go back. We'll touch on it as the night went on. Hopefully, I don't miss any of it. Afterwards, we got a scheduled rematch between Drew McIntyre and Cedric Alexander. Alexander rolled up McIntyre for the shock victory last week. And the moment that happened, I was like, yeah, McIntyre's getting that W back next week. It was like, he's getting it back. But it didn't even get to the match as McIntyre made his entrance first. Alexander was making his entrance. McIntyre just met him down at the ramp, man, and just beat him down. I do like... Oh, man, that reverse... Did you see the spot where he did the reverse Alabama slam onto the ring apron?
Oh, wow. This is... So, those who don't know, I watch Raw and I watch SmackDown Live every single week. But this Monday, my wife asked if I wanted to play video games. My wife doesn't ever play video games with me.
How you going to turn that down, bro?
So I said, yes, let's play video games. I watch Raw on Hulu. Those who don't know, Hulu cuts Raw to an hour and a half. This is a segment they cut. You cut Drew McIntyre out of Raw? Really?
Well, like I said, it was...
So I have no idea what you're talking about right now. I have absolutely no idea.
It was a throw...
They skipped right to the 24/7 stuff.
Yeah, it was a throwaway segment. Like I said, all it was Drew McIntyre beating down Cedric Alexander to get that W back. The match never even got started. But,
okay, then that's why they cut it,
yeah, exactly. He beat him down on the outside, and he hit, like I said, they're calling it the inverted Alabama slam. It's the same, it's an Alabama slam, but Alexander's hitting face first. And he did that onto the ring apron, and it was nasty. Ooh. Yeah, man.
That sounds good.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. Can't lie that. But yeah, so this is where we get back to the 24/7 championship. This is where it really kicked off. Pat Patterson, your inaugural Intercontinental Champion that he won in a quote-unquote tournament in Rio, ends up pinning Drake Maverick after Maverick has a heart attack due to his briefcase being full of worms and the boogeyman scaring him. It was good.
What's funny is, I was just gonna say, I don't know who this boogeyman guy is.
Yeah.
I thought it was Papa Shango, man. I'm like, did we got freaking The Godfather twice? Is he gonna be both?
The guy we're gonna get all the 5 faces of Godfather. Oh man, no, the boogeyman was he came around I don't know, I want to say 2004 or 5, sometime around then, and so the two big things rumors about him was he lied about his age when he joined WWE. He was much older than he said he was, and then 2, the other rumor was he actually removed his front 2 teeth for the gimmick to make himself even more scary.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, he would eat.
You just said You just said lied about his age, and I don't know if you ever seen Benchwarmers. It reminded me of the fake birth certificate. It said I am 12 in crayon.
But yeah, he used to eat worms, dude. He used to eat worms like to scare people, like real worms.
Wow.
Too. Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy, man. Don't be eating no worms, man.
Disgusting,
Ugh.
man. He used to scare. You
Okay.
probably missed the whole King Booker thing and Queen
Yes,
Charmel. But yeah, apparently he terrified Queen Charmel, I believe, for a while. We saw the next match. So did Hulu have the Viking Raiders defeating Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins?
No.
No, I didn't think so either because it's one of those. Another throwaway match. Christian came out for guest commentary. Lillian Garcia, bro, I guess you missed her, but she came out for ring announcing duties. But yeah, it was the Viking Raiders came out. It was the first time we saw Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins in a long time. And when I saw him, I was like, "Oh, you poor guys! Like you knew it beforehand." It was a squash match. They hit the Viking experience, I want to say, on Hawkins. And then it was rough, man. They got beat down.
Why do they have these guys squashing people? Those who don't know, if you're a first-time listener, I don't complain about much. WWE makes me happy, but the three things I really don't like is squash matches that are unnecessary, which is this one right here. Champions getting pinned and the women's titles right now. I want the Iconics to lose the belts. I love my Iconics, but get them off there and get the belts going. I know that's off topic, but why do you have the Viking Raiders in squash matches? You ruin their names, okay, but they're still. You can bring them out and have them still be a thing, and people are gonna forget that you ruined their names. Look at them; they're big 300-pound guys with freaking horns on their heads. They don't need squash matches.
It is what it is, man. So they just got to remind people that they're still there, and it's at the expense of some other people. But we'll keep it moving.
Done did it. You done did it.
But you know,
he reminded me.
Just like the show.
I'll shut up now. I'll shut up now.
24/7 champion. We'll keep it moving. Yeah. Because I'm trying to get you for the second recording, man. So I'm trying to keep it moving.
You're right.
So Maria and Mike were backstage, hanging out with some legends. This is where it kind of was like, like the break or the catering room. Oh my God, who was? Yeah. Mike's hanging out with some legends, and Maria comes in and pretty much just clips his balls again.
Who's the hot chick? Who's the hot chick he was talking to? I don't know who that was.
Eve Torres.
Oh, she's so hot.
Yeah. And then Eric Bischoff made his first televised appearance tonight.
Oh, that made me so happy.
Yeah, he walked in and suggested that Maria might want to join SmackDown. If she's not happy again, kind of tearing Mike down. And then Maria pretty much just chastised him and said that, you're supposed to be back here rubbing lotion on my belly, so I don't get stretch marks. You're going to ruin my modeling career. And then oh, God, it's painful to watch. And not like painful like I hate it. You just you hate seeing your boy just getting ran down time after time, and he can't do nothing, he can't do anything, man. But yeah, Ron Simmons came in and delivered the classic damn,
Damn!
yeah to sign us out of that segment. We cut from there. We have Briscoe, I guess, had already pinned Patterson. I'm assuming Pat Patterson is too old to lay down quickly, because he pinned Drake Maverick with his foot. And then Gerald Briscoe pinned Patterson, but when the camera cut to him, Patterson was already on his back.
Happened.
Yeah, it
My
already
daughter
happened.
even asked. She's like, "Wait, what just happened?" I'm like, "The cameraman was slow."
Dude, I loved Briscoe's celebration though, just slowly walking.
Yeah.
Dude, it was so old man. Briscoe. Oh my God, I loved it. Briscoe was an old man in the '90s, dude. It's crazy.
He was.
Oh, it's so crazy. Kelly confronted him in the hallway, though. She gave him a hug. Briscoe's not going to turn down a hug from Kelly. She knees him in the stomach. She becomes the first female 24/7 champion. History was made, folks.
That was the stomach. Are we sure that was the stomach, though? I mean,
she need him low.
Robbed.
She need him low. Yeah, she need him off camera. All right, camera wasn't that low. But, yeah, he was down.
We'll leave that up for the debate. Leave it in the comments.
Yeah, was it low? Was it legal, folks? Yeah, The next thing that happened was Samoa Joe was out in the ring delivering pretty much just his Samoa Joe promos, but he ran down like Rikishi and the Usos, and to my surprise, Roman Reigns came out. But he was like, "Hey, you're running down my family," and Joe said, "Yeah, he knows," and he's like, "Hey, we're from the same island, so you know what happens next." I thought that was actually a pretty badass line. Like, we're cut from the same cloth, so you already know what your consequence is. You know, like we have to fight now, which that was pretty street, bro. I'm not gonna lie, that was pretty cool. But
valid.
Yeah, Joe tries to get the cheap shot, doesn't work. Match was pretty. Match took a backseat. Reigns won with a spear. The match is really, there was no, like, if I can't off the top of my head really recall any big matches, because tonight was not about like the in-ring action. It was just segment after segment after segment. So forgive me for not diving into the match.
This match was good, but you're right. There's nothing memorable about the match. Nothing out of the ordinary. Nothing extraordinary. But they kept it entertaining. I thought it was pretty good. Reigns got flipped through the rope, and then Joe did a Superman dive through the rope. Joe being a big man, that's a big deal. I thought that was pretty cool. And then later on in the match, Reigns flipped Joe out, but Joe came right back in the ring, so there was no Superman jump. But as a whole, this match was good. I personally enjoyed this match. Yeah. So not out of the ordinary, but it was good. They kept it happy in my opinion.
No, absolutely. So the next segment though, this is where I'll talk a little bit more about it, but this is where there was two of the things that I thought poorly about the show was I thought the show could be used to elevate more of the young talent, and the show did, but only for one guy. We'll get to that in a minute. But the show ended up harming arguably like three people that are on the current roster, and unfortunately, dude, the segment with Rollins, I feel like did more damage than good. Honestly, looking back, man, the Rollins looked like
I'm done with Seth Rollins. I don't want to see him anymore. Yeah. And yes, you're right. This made it worse. Like I have my comments that I'm going to give you as you explain what happened.
Yeah.
Here.
So Rollins ended up looking like a goofball here for a couple things, man. So it's an episode of Miz TV and Rollins is the guest. That's not a bad thing. Miz's face, Rollins' face. That's cool. You know, and Rollins ends up poking fun at Lesnar's looks. He does deliver the message that Lesnar is not a beast, he's human, and I liked that. But then he does like a terrible impression of Paul Heyman, which
There it is. Paul Heyman gets a bigger pop than you, dude, and you're fucking talking shit about him. I want to throw that out there. Paul Heyman gets a bigger pop than you, and it rubbed me so wrong. I'm like, bro, the crowd reacts more to him than you right now, and you're making fun of him. Yeah. What are you doing? Paul Heyman is a legend, and right now you're just Seth Rollins, dude. Just saying. I'm just throwing that out there, man.
Well, Heyman came out, and no, I mean that was kind of it right there. Heyman came out, and Rollins trying to still be badass, because Rollins is supposed to pass as a badass, and it's 50-50. Like there are times when it's good.
They neutered him.
Yeah, but he's so.
And I'll be the first to admit that's why I don't want to see him anymore. It's WWE's doing. It's not his fault, but. I play the storylines. I watch wrestling like it's real, so I look at it as it's not the storyline. So he's been neutered.
Yeah,
so
he's
like you just said. He tries
Becky
to
Lynch's
be a badass
boyfriend, and and then he's got some corny stuff. He's not really like he's better if he's on edge and he's pissed off, and that's the thing is. It is what it is, but
yes.
Like I said, It quickly went from hyping up his match at SummerSlam to hyping up his match with AJ Styles later in the night. Heyman came out, started doing his Heyman shtick. Rollins said he pretty much wasn't up for it, was going to count to 5, then he was going to stomp Heyman. Heyman started to talk, and then Rollins gave him a fast count. He was like, 1, and then as Heyman was like, wait, I'm just an advocate, and Rollins was like, 2, 3, 4, 5, and just took off after him. Like, I thought that was actually pretty funny, man. Not going to lie, but yeah, overall. Between that segment and then what happened during his match later in the night, boy, tonight was a rough night for Rollins. Cutting back, though, we got more of the 24/7 championship. We go back to the goodness of the night. Candice Michelle defeats Kelly when she reveals that Melina, who is there, is a referee, and she rolls up Kelly, and Candice Michelle is now your second 24/7 women's champion. It was okay. But as she's celebrating, didn't take long, Alundra Blaze comes out, starts choking around. At first, I thought Alundra Blaze was Ivory, for I don't know why, but I looked at...
Okay, same.
You thought it was Ivory, too?
I swear to God.
Yeah.
I'm like, ooh, because we were actually eating dinner at this segment. Usually we don't have the TV on at dinner, but, I mean, for obvious reasons, I had the TV on. And, like, I have a lamp in my way at my dinner spot, so I thought it was Ivory, and it wasn't. And then they said, I want to throw it out there, they said Alundra Blaze. I don't know her as the Alundra Blaze.
You know her as Medusa.
Yes, exactly. That's why I'm
yeah.
like, okay, it's not Ivory, but who is this? And then when she pulled out the garbage can, that's when I knew.
Yeah, because she got Michelle the Tap with like a standing rear naked choke, and then and then she said something along the lines like, "Get a look at this, because I'm not going to be champion for long." And I didn't catch it at first. I was like, did you just admit someone's going to pin you in like 5 minutes to keep this going? And then it was shortly after the camera cut off. I was like, oh yeah, the trash can. She's going to throw it in the trash later.
I was so disappointed.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. It was, like I said, some of the stuff here, like none of it was groundbreaking, except for I will say, the closing segment was timeless. That was, and we'll touch on that exactly when we get into it. But other than that, there was no segments during the night that were like groundbreaking or oh my god. But I will say that the closing segment of the night hit all the right places. But coming back, we have a match that was set up previously in the night. Back in the break room.
Looking at CBS recap here, I didn't get this match.
Okay. So yeah, Sami Zayn and Rey Mysterio. So earlier in the night, all the legends hanging out, backstage catering, chilling, having a good time, just like your reunion. Sami Zayn came down and ran them all down. I don't respect you guys. Why y'all here? He was just pretty much just shitting on him. And
I'm glad I didn't see this because I like Sami Zayn, but don't you shit on my legends, bro.
No, yeah,
don't you shit on my childhood.
Yeah, he crapped on all of them, bro. And then but Rey Mysterio was like, hey, you need to respect these guys. They paved the way for you. It was classic. Show some respect, boy. You know what I mean?
And these guys threw me into trailers on Nitro. And...
yeah, Jesus, I forgot about that. But it set up the match. Rey Mysterio versus Sami Zayn. If you haven't seen the match, Rob, you probably saw the picture. During the match, Rey was getting the upper hand, and Sami just attempted to leave. And then down the ramp, you had let me see if I can remember everyone. You had Rob Van Dam, Hurricane, Sergeant Slaughter, and Kurt Angle.
Ooh, I didn't see any of this.
Yeah,
I had no idea.
This
sounds amazing. Why did they cut this?
Look, bro, it wasn't amazing. It wasn't garbage. It was like, hey, we exist too. Poor Kurt Angle, though, to get tossed in there with Sergeant Slaughter.
So Angle got handed a bullshit spot.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Angle's actually the one who set up the match, too, because Angle was like, when I was general manager, we would handle everything in the ring, But
right on. Okay, because at the end, when they brought everybody out, I seen Sergeant Slaughter and I seen Kurt Angle and a couple others, but they're who we're talking about right now. And I thought, this is all they get? Kurt Angle is he just recently retired. He's not that old. He should get a spot. And I was like, Slaughter doesn't even get anything. If you pick any legend out of there, it's Sergeant Slaughter. He was around when Hogan body slammed Andre the Giant. Yeah. It was the biggest thing in the whole wide world.
He was around
when
they did
get spots.
Pro wrestling,
that makes me...
Yeah, essentially pro wrestling could have died. And he was part of the era that pro wrestling got launched into mainstream. So I mean, like I said, Sami Zayn.
I'm glad you understood what I was trying to say.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he was part of one of the greatest eras of wrestling, whether you're a fan of it or not, it was one of the most
Right.
one of the most important. Yeah.
Before the NWOs and the DXs that I kind of felt like
yeah. But like I said, Sami Zayn's trying to leave. Helms, RVD, Kurt Angle, and Slaughter kind of walk down the ramp to, like sheepdog him back into the ring. Rey Mysterio hits a 619, points out RVD, does RVD's little pose like Rob Van Dam, and then hits the 5-star frog splash for the victory. So that was nice. I was disappointed that we didn't see RVD deliver the 5-star because RVD is still wrestling. But I have a feeling it's because RVD is actually currently contracted to Impact Wrestling. And Impact was nice enough to let him show up on a WWE program. So that was cool of them. But yeah, so Rey Mysterio got the pin.
He was still around.
Yeah, no, he's still doing his thing, man. Then we got what was probably one of the most predictable segments when you heard of the lineup. So Alundra Blaze got that 24/7 champion. She walks out to the commentary table. She pulls out a trash can, which trash can was already like in camera shot. That was like, that's a really ill-placed trash can. But she pulls out the 24/7 championship. She holds it above like she's going to drop it like she did when she defected to WCW. But Mr. $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase comes out in like a $54 suit and proceeds to he bought the 24/7 championship instead of having her throw it away. He bought it from her, which this kind of kayfabe wise, not real controversy. Does that make him champ? Or is technically, technically Alundra Blaze is still champ, man. She never got pinned.
That's what I thought. I'm like, your money ain't good here, bro. I want roll-ups. I want limo pins. I want freaking underwear hotel pins. Yeah. I don't want to see your money. Your money's no good here.
So everything about the 24/7 champion from this moment forward is null and void. Alundra Blaze, still your 24/7 champion. No, Ted DiBiase, man, he buys that belt for probably like $100.
Now, if she would have put the belt in the garbage first, then it's void. Or then it's
void,
good.
right? It's vacant.
Cool. You threw it away, but you didn't throw it away. It don't count.
Yeah. All right. So here's where I'm the Debbie Downer. This was probably the biggest low point for me, out of the whole night, man. Oh gosh. Yeah. This part, I'm gonna talk through it. And I'm gonna try and not really shit on it too much, but I fucking hate this. So Seth Rollins and AJ Styles have a match. Seth Rollins wins via DQ because AJ Styles comes out with the OC, Original Club, right? They got their new shirts on. They got their badass attitude. These guys are ready for a segment to just blow them up to one of the hottest acts in wrestling. You know what I mean? They are on the precipice. But yet they get the fucking jobber to the stars role, which happens in all of these fucking reunion, anniversary shows. Some dudes get jobbed out to a bunch of old men for fucking nothing, dude. And I know you're a fan of DX, Rob.
That's what you're saying about DX here, bro.
I know you're a fan of DX, bro. I know you're a fan of them. But listen, like just...
I hated the fact that DX was back in Seth Rollins. Come on,
hold on,
man.
but no, so it's
He's
not
a good guy, and you guys are bad guys.
This literally hurt Gallows, Anderson, AJ Styles, and Seth Rollins. All the young guys.
Did. It really did. Everybody in the ring.
Everybody.
Yeah. You know me. I don't think about shit like that. I don't think about who went over. I don't think about who went under. I wanted to see Bray Wyatt and Aleister Black, not caring who lost, because I don't care who loses. You're still the shit in my eyes if you lose.
Yeah.
But yes, I was thinking exactly that when I was watching this. DX fanhood aside, you hurt everybody. You come out, you made the club look like bitches.
Yeah.
And you're back in Seth Rollins.
Look how old everybody
don't fit
looked,
with you.
man.
So you made him look like a bitch. You hurt everybody. You really did. I don't.
You really tell me that AJ Styles, Gallows, and Anderson all wielding chairs.
They're gonna be scared of some 60-year-old men.
Can't take on. Granted, no offense to HBK, Triple H.
Valid.
But,
now, you take
Road
HBK
Dogg,
and them,
dude,
and you put them back in the 90s, okay, yes, you'll face up to the club.
yeah, man, that's a badass
but
matchup.
man, just because you're DX doesn't make you not 60 years old, man. I get
know,
exactly
and then
what
not to
you're
mention,
saying.
like, freaking, you got, like, Road Dogg. Okay, so Road Dogg's, I like Road Dogg. I ain't gonna shit on him. Because he wasn't even an enforcer. Road Dogg was
want
just
to plug
the
the
mouth.
Billy Gunn plug.
Yeah, no, that was cool. Oh, Billy can't be here. Oh, damn.
Oh, I forgot about Billy Gunn.
I forgot about him. Damn it. But yeah, you got like Scott Hall and Kevin Nash can barely walk. They're like one calf kick from just.
All you gotta do
over.
is flick Nash in the knee, and he's gonna crumble.
Yeah, man. And like I said, no offense to these legends, I like them, but you shouldn't bring them out to run off the young guys to be like, because I mean, what?
Yeah,
God, what
and
the fuck is the point?
If you're a first-time listener and you don't follow me, if you're a first-time listener, you don't follow me on Twitter, whatever. If you don't know who I am, DX is my all-time favorite thing in wrestling ever. If somebody was to say you could only watch one thing from wrestling for the rest of your life, I'd say okay, anything involving DX on repeat. I'm okay with that. I love my DX. But what we're saying here is valid. Just because they're DX doesn't make them better than the club because they're 60 years old. The club is your new thing, and you're gonna deface it.
You would think about if the reverse happened. If DX came out and the unthinkable happened, like you had the OC back off, grab chairs, look scared, let DX get in there and be the man, and then just look at each other and then just be like, we can take these guys, and then go in and just beat everyone down. For one, granted. It would. No one's gonna want to see their heroes and nostalgia get beat up. But think of the boos. Think of just like those AJ Styles and Gallows and Anderson would be booed out the building.
You're trying to get them.
They go.
You're trying to get them over as heels. Exactly. I didn't even think of that. I really didn't. But you are 100% right. You're trying to make them get boos. There you go, right there. And then a guy like me, I'm gonna be like, damn. They just beat up my heroes, but you know what? My heroes are 60 years old, so I mean, they're gonna get the ass whooped.
Look at Lesnar and Undertaker, right? It didn't kill Undertaker's legacy when Lesnar beat Undertaker. Lesnar,
it hurt, but it didn't kill it.
Yeah, Lesnar got booed so bad for like 2 years straight. They didn't have to fish for boos. People still felt that wound. And Undertaker, by that point, had already come back, got wins back. Undertaker's winning. Everyone's having fun with Taker. You know what I mean? Like, and the same thing with Roman Reigns. Only thing is Roman wasn't being booked as a heel, but Roman was getting the loudest boos for a year straight after he beat Undertaker. If you had done the same thing here, DX could have came out. DX could have came out on SmackDown, all bandaged up and just laughing with each other like an old battle wounds. You know what I mean? They could have come out on SmackDown, just laughed it off, like, man, we ain't as young as we used to be. You know what I mean? And just like fucking laughed it off in a segment and made themselves still look cool. And in Gallows, man, it just. But like I said, it was Gallows and Anderson and AJ looked like freaking cowards, and then Seth Rollins looked like a geek. Because everybody was celebrating and hugging each other, and there's that picture of Seth Rollins on the outside, and nobody's acknowledging him for that moment.
I was so mad. I seen that, and I was so ready for that moment. They cut it. They cut the spot early on Hulu, and that didn't happen. I was so disappointed. Which is why I hate spoilers. Sometimes I don't even get it.
Yeah, they definitely neglected Rollins for a minute there before they brought him into the fold. Oh my God. But yeah, man, like, I won't linger on it because at this point I was going to talk in circles. But that segment
we lingered quite a minute. But this segment deserved it because even I thought that. Like I said when we started rambling about this, I don't think it's shit like that. Who went over? Who went under? Who's fighting who? I don't think it's stuff like that. Just give me a match. Give me a storyline. I'm okay with it. But this was no, man. This is. You made your club. You want your club to be badass heels. You made them look like little chumps.
Yeah, dude, you really did. So next up, we got Ted DiBiase leaving the arena in the limousine. We hear he gets in a limo.
Ooh. And I gotta call timeout. Go ahead and call this segment. I'll be right back.
Oh, you're good. I'll just keep it going. Ted DiBiase, he gets in a limo. We hear some like pretty much like sounds like a 3 count's happening, and then in the front of the limo, Maverick emerges with the championship. Yet again, he gets it. Maverick, I guess, pinned Ted DiBiase in the limo. Afterwards, though, we cut over to Mick Foley. He's getting a nice segment. He's getting a rub. He's out in the ring. He's delivering a promo. He's talking about, he feels bad since he revealed the 24/7 championship and it went over like a wet fart. And then Drake Maverick is chased through the ring, and I believe Foley gives a whole like "come to Papa" because he tried to get Maverick, but Maverick got by him, and that segment goes. But then Mick Foley's like, they gave me this opportunity to relive one of my favorite moments on WWE history, so let's go ahead and watch that together on the Titantron. And so the Tron starts playing when Foley won his championship way back in, I think, 1998 on an episode of Raw. And he's hoisted up on like Triple H's shoulders. It's a feel-good moment. Everyone's loving it. And all of a sudden, like the record player slows down. The lights start going out. We got the damn Fiend. Fiend came back. Yes! This was good. This is how you do it.
I came back at the perfect moment.
This is what... This is how you use these legends on this show to put...
No! This is not how you use Mick Foley.
Mick Foley is the most unselfish wrestler in the world.
Make Bray Wyatt come out and fucking put the mandible claw on Shawn Michaels. I'm okay with that. You have him fucking take out Road Dogg. Have him take out... It just rubbed me the wrong way that it was Mick Foley.
Dear Mrs. Foley's baby boy.
Come on, man. I don't know why. Again, this is the second time I've said this, guys. I don't look deep in the storyline. I really don't. I'm the easiest guy in the world to please. But this one rubbed me the wrong way.
Well, here,
why you got this guy coming out doing this to Foley, man? Come on.
I got an idea, though. I got an idea which makes it worth it, which makes it the only person it could have been. And that is if the mandible claw is now part of Bray Wyatt's or the Fiend's arsenal. Just like the stunner is part of Kevin Owens. Now, if he only slapped the mandible claw on Mick Foley because Mick Foley is just too out of shape to take a Sister Abigail and we never see the mandible claw again, then I can see your argument. But if this is the Fiend adopting the mandible claw and putting it in its own arsenal, and that's how he's going to put guys away besides the Sister Abigail, then this was perfect. That's how you do it. He literally sucked the move out of Foley. Like, he absorbed that from Mick Foley. And they have...
Okay.
And there's some parallels between them. When Mick Foley was Mankind and how the Fiend looks, they had really similar appeals. That disturbing monster look to him, So there's a lot of parallels between these guys. So I think it makes sense. Granted, Rob, I know you don't like looking at the business like that, but the biggest thing that's...
No, that's 100% valid. I mean, that could be awesome. Like, yeah, that's a good point. But, like, it's funny, man. Like, I couldn't wait to talk about this because, like I said, stuff like this doesn't rub me. I mean, I'm okay with just about anything. But when them lights went out, I'm like, this guy's about to Abigail Mankind. Why are you doing this to Mankind? This is Mick Foley. If you had to take...
He's the most lovable guy.
If Vince was like, if you had to take out of all these 300 whatever number legends we have here tonight, but we can only show one of them, it would be Mick Foley. It would be Mick Foley. You'd kick everybody else out of the building, and you're going to have that man get Bray Wyatted. Come on, man.
Yeah, I know.
No.
But he is. I mean, to make a monster, man, you got to have someone innocent go. And Mick Foley, they don't make him much more innocent than Mick Foley. So
he is a puppet. He'll say, "I do anything to do anything for anybody." So,
yeah.
You are right.
So
and he could adopt the mandible claw like that. That's 100% valid.
I think.
But when them lights went out right away, my jaw dropped. I'm like, no.
But yeah, if any of the new crop of superstars came out of the Raw reunion looking better, it was Bray Wyatt. Which, you know what I mean? It's kind of what needs to happen, man.
Yeah.
We got a throwaway brawl next. Nothing much to note here. Moment of Bliss got Nikki Cross out there with Alexa Bliss. Becky Lynch is the guest, I believe. Then Natalya shows up. They talk some trash, hype their SummerSlam match.
Care about her no more.
It's not that I don't care
about her no more.
It's just this on a Moment of Bliss. This isn't how you build it. But then again, like I said, the Raw reunion wasn't about building and furthering stories. It was about the 24/7 championship, and it was about all the legends and past stars returning. Oh my goodness! I'm sorry, folks. That is my ringer. I forgot. Hopefully that doesn't get flagged. Hopefully that's not enough noise from that song to get flagged on YouTube.
What song? I didn't hear no song.
I didn't hear a song either, man. God dang, man. Here we go. Notifications. All right. And ringtone. Okay, there we go. Back on track. I'm a professional. All right. Oh, this is awesome, man. And if you've been on Twitter and you've seen Drake Maverick's Twitter posts in the last 24 hours, it has been so good. So to end the night, the 24/7 championship culminates. Remember, Maverick has just won it back from Ted DiBiase. Maverick is now trying to exit with his wife in a limo. Truth jumps him from behind, rolls Maverick up, and gets the belt, jumps into Maverick's limo, and speeds off. And you see Maverick and what you presume to be his wife yelling at the limo. They pan up, and it's Carmella. And Maverick's like, Truth, you stole my wife. Oh, it was so good. It was so good.
And Maverick's tweeting flyers talking about my baby's gone. Oh, and my wife, too.
Also my wife, Oh, jeez. These two can do no wrong, man. These two can do
so good.
No wrong. Yeah. Oh, it was so good.
Oh, my wife, too.
So, and that was the big moment of the night, other than, of course, after this, it was followed up with a Braun Strowman squash match. And then lastly, we got our Toast to Raw, which looked so cringy. And I did not like all night that Stone Cold was being associated with Hulk Hogan and Ric Flair. No offense to Flair. Hogan rubs a lot of people the wrong way nowadays because of his behind-the-scene politics. And then, of course, the tape of him using the racist thing,
Yeah.
And so Hogan's not had the best PR, and depending who you talk to, they're gonna not give a shit, or they're on, they're like, he just. It feels uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable. I don't hate Hogan, but he makes me uncomfortable now. Like when I see it.
I still have, guys. I have a Hulkamania shirt. You know what? I still wear it.
Yeah.
You know why? Because Hulk Hogan is a wrestler, and he's in between the ropes. I don't give a shit what he does in his personal life. I don't care. That's another reason why I'm happy with the product. I don't care what they do in the backstage. I don't care about backstage. So I personally enjoyed seeing Hulk Hogan on my TV, and I still do. I kind of want a Hulk Rules shirt. Talking about take your vitamins and eat your prayers, and
like I said,
I'd wear it.
I'm conflicted.
I'd wear it.
I don't hate the guy, and it's not like I don't like him, but it's like I can't fully enjoy him. I can't fully enjoy Hogan anymore just because of the controversy tied to him.
You.
Yeah,
I don't blame you. But there's so much to the guy. The guy's
it's not as bad as say
1924.
Yeah.
So he's gonna have skeletons. Everybody has skeletons.
Yeah, no, I know. Like I said, it's just such a weird thing. But anyways,
he did get a pop. I want to throw that out there. He did get a pop.
I mean, yeah, he's always gonna get a pop, depending where he is. I bet if he went over to the West Coast, where they're way more liberal, like California. I don't know, man. I don't know. It might be tough for him to get a pop in California.
I do want to take a minute to plug. We're a little bit over time I wanted to be, but we're at the end, so that's fine.
Yeah, this is the last segment.
Point. There was that. I actually didn't follow up with it. Somebody posted a 30-day wrestling challenge or whatever. It was watch 5 New Japan matches, watch an Impact match, and it was just each day you knock off 30 things. That all involve wrestling in a month. I'll send it to you if you. I don't know, but that's beside the point. It was a list, and one of the things on the list, which was the only one that I actually pursued because I forgot about it until now, was watch a match from the year you were born.
Oh.
I was born in '84, and in '84, Hulk Hogan beat the Iron Sheik at WrestleMania. Or I don't know if it was WrestleMania. I don't know. It was when it was the ugly ass green belt, and that's the match I chose to watch from 1984 was Hulk Hogan versus Iron Sheik, and I watched it in its entirety. I was like, wow, oh my god, wrestling was so much different. The production was garbage, and the ring like looked so small to me, and the guys were so much bigger than the ring, but I enjoyed the hell out of it. I really, really did. And when Hogan finally got that pin, like I'm like, oh my god, wrestling is so much different than it is nowadays. But I enjoyed the hell out of it. I just wanted to plug that. It was just a random fired thought that hit in my head. I enjoyed it. I really did. I really did. Wrestling was so much different back then.
I'll give it a check.
But man. Carry on. Raw reunion. No,
yeah. Raw. So I was getting lost in your moment, man. I was trying to engulf
like
myself.
Like the Sheik he got the atomic leg drop, and the crowd was like, yeah. Nowadays people are like, he gonna kick out. It's just a leg drop. It ain't shit.
I know. But no, I'll go ahead and so the night culminated with all the stars and legends that were guests on the top of the ramp, and then of course you had Hogan and Flair got special introductions, and they were kind of standing at the front of the class, and then you hear the glass shatter. And here's the thing, folks.
It gave me goosebumps just like it used to.
And that's the thing, man. Like, I'm not gonna crap on it. I'm not gonna try to talk bad, but it is something to think about that Hogan, who's been gone since 2003, I want to say, still to this day gets a bigger pop than anyone that's currently on the roster, any returning legend, anybody. And then not to mention can still so there's I forget who I was listening to, but I heard a clip earlier, and it's like you hear Hogan and you hear Flair and you appreciate what they've done. You kind of soak in the glory of the road that they paved. And then when you hear Stone Cold on the mic.
That's it.
Stone Cold on the mic, he is still just as captivating, as electrifying. He is still at the top of his game. You're not appreciating the past. You don't get nostalgia with Austin when he talks. You are captivated as a current fan. And it's crazy. He is still that good 15, 16 years after retiring. It is insane. And it's like I said, take from it what you will. A lot of people are comparing it to that there's no real stars right now. You know, a lot of people are saying that, and I'm not saying this. I'm saying this is what I've read and what I hear other people saying. And there is a difference with Austin on that mic, how he commands a crowd compared to anybody that is out right now. You can say the same for John Cena, but Austin is just multiple times heavier and harder hitting, and it's not even he doesn't have to be delivering the classic oh hell yes and stomping mud holes. The dude was talking about running into his friends at the hotel, and I was hooked word for word, dude.
He had you marking out over what he ordered on fucking room service.
Yes.
Hamburger.
Quesadilla.
Milkshake. Quesadilla.
Diet Coke.
Come on.
Right. Fuck's sake, dude. When this guy talks.
It's so good.
And it makes you just it makes you want to be selfish and just be like, one more match, Steve. Just give us that one more. And he's moved on.
And what's funny is, at the end of his promo, he was like, I was nervous about what I was going to say when I came out here, and I forget who he said. Somebody was like, just be yourself. He's like, so that's what I did. And he delivered another fucking golden promo. Again, talking about, I ordered hamburger, I ordered beer, I ordered pasta,
all he did
and I was hooked. What else did you order, Steve? What else did you order?
And it was, what was funny is how he talked about everybody. It was at the only time that it feel like a reunion. Like everybody else, it felt like a special occasion, just shoo out a bunch of legends for the sake of it.
Yeah.
He made it, all of a sudden, you got to feel like, no, these are real people who haven't seen each other in forever. The motherfuckers out there, they're the ones in the reunion. They're having it's not for the audience. It isn't a Raw reunion for us. This is a Raw reunion for everyone in there. And all of a sudden, you're happy for those fuckers that just took up 3 hours of your time. You're like, I'm happy they got to see their old coworkers. Like it was so nuts, man. And
here's my 9-year-old daughter's plug. She's like, Daddy, who are all these new wrestlers?
But boy, yeah, man.
Oh,
There's something so different about Stone Cold, man. There's something so different about this dude because there's such a genuine feeling to this dude that he's
everything you just said is valid. If they had to pick like one person, past or present, to take the microphone and not give it to anybody else, the answer would be Stone Cold Steve
It'd be
Austin.
Stone Cold, man.
But if somebody were like, I debate that, the other answer would be The Rock.
Yeah. Oh, I've always had The Rock and Austin as 1A and 1B for microphone.
That's why, like, there's no the debate would go on forever. There would not be a winner. And that's why at the top of the show, I was like, The Rock wasn't there. Come on, Hollywood. You can't even give us a people's eyebrow. Like, DX is my all-time favorite thing, but The Rock and Austin, like, that's the Attitude Era. The NWO and the DXs were the faces, but deep down, The Rock and Austin, man, and there was no Rock. Like, it seriously made me sad. It really did. I'm like, I don't even get a people's eyebrow out of this. Yeah. But I mean, he moved on and whatever. But come on,
no, I get it. I
mean,
The
Rock,
not only that,
even I mean, can't you give me like, okay, are you stuck at home? You don't want to leave your basement because you've done it all and you're on vacation. Okay, give me a cell phone selfie. What's up, guys? I can't be at the reunion because I'm The Rock and I lead a busy life.
That was a very good point because I was actually going to say, The Rock is actually, for the most part, booked. I would imagine a year in advance. The man's got such a heavy movie schedule, and the Raw reunion was thrown together, I think, in just like a couple weeks' time. So it's not surprising to me if The Rock literally wanted to be here, but had prior obligations he agreed to way before Raw reunion was even conceived. Yeah, but you're right. That would have been a good alternative if he could have done something pre-taped. Had he just done like an iPhone promo? So I'll give you that. I agree with that. I would have. That to me, like that would have been acceptable. I'm not saying that I hate that The Rock wasn't there, but that's probably just because I think it's just he's and you said you didn't care because this is the reunion. You should have been at the reunion. It's probably just because he's going to show up at SmackDown in like a month or two whenever they go to Fox.
Which would be cool. I'd mark out. Don't get me wrong.
So
like if you had to pick two people. It'd be The Rock and Austin. Everybody else can't make it. Okay, but you got The Rock and Austin. Okay, we're set.
Dude, you could have had an entire night of Rock and Austin.
It's your two biggest pops.
You could have literally had a 3-hour show of Rock and Austin just bumping into each other backstage, like motherfucker. Like I'm trying to go take a piss, like like.
Right. The Rock trying to go in the bathroom and Austin bumps him out, and then you have a match, and then you give
not even have a match, just have like them just
out of the bathroom,
distasteful, like shoving each other, and then like The Rock takes the last like turkey leg at catering, and Austin's pissed off about that, and they just keep pissing each other off all night, like over little stuff backstage.
Piss off match promo. Piss off match promo.
Oh my god. There you go. Yeah, dude, that would have been cool too. So I mean, I guess that's our show. That was the reunion. I mean, the show really ended with Stone Cold literally just overran the show. He mentioned it. He's like, they're counting me down. They played his music like in the Oscars while he was talking, and then the show went off the air. And then if you go on Twitter online, there's a bunch of they just had a huge beer bash afterwards. But that was the show. Like I said, because of the 24/7 stuff and Stone Cold closing the night, I'm giving it a thumbs up. But it was pretty sloppy, and like I said, I do see why some people were shitting on it. And like the segments that were kind of like iffy to me, more or less, I put it out there on Twitter. I felt like it was an example of diminishing returns. Like you just bringing legends on the screen but not doing anything meaningful with them, people don't care. But what you did with the people who were getting the 24/7 championship, or Austin cutting that awesome promo and that was really heartfelt, that was wonderful. People are gonna pop for that. But just shooing a legend out, just like you're showing off your old toys to your friends, people are caring less and less about that. And so for me, I give it a thumbs up because Austin saved the shit, and the 24/7 stuff ran the whole night. But a lot of the other stuff, man, I was just like, I wasn't there. I know, Mr. Rob, I'm going to let you close this out with your positive attitude.
You can 10 years from now, you're going to say you have another Raw reunion, you have Austin out there in a wheelchair, I'm about it. Let's do it. Bring Austin out. Let's do this. Let's do this. Hey, guys, Kevin Nash is in a hospital bed, but we're going to wheel him out. Let's bring him out. IV and all. Let's do this. Does he got one good arm to put up a Wolfpack sign? Let's go. Let's do it. I will never not care about what was. Because those who don't care, you got to realize what was is the reason why what is.
You're damn right, man.
Just like I said it, I think it was last week I said it. I don't care for Ric Flair. I never seen Ric Flair. I never cared for what he did. I personally thought he was boring. That's just me. Those of you that like him, by all means, like him. Buy his robe on eBay. Put your posters all over the room and walk around and tell everybody, woo, have at it. That's cool. That's your thing. I don't disrespect your opinion. I never cared for what Ric Flair did, but I care for the fact that he paved the way. You said it a little bit ago. Him and Hogan were the two front runners before Austin showed up. And there's a reason for that. They're legends. That's cool. I respect it. And those who don't like seeing the old guys on the new screen, they paved the way. Without DX and NWO, wrestling could have died. Plain and simple. No, Raw could have went down with Nitro. I mean, that's so.
It's true, man.
Again,
no, it's very true.
Again, bring out Kevin Nash in a hospital bed in 15 years. I'm down. I want to see the guys I grew up with.
And you know what? We'll be there to review it. You guys have a good night, man.
Yeah, buddy.